See, we have the king.
Okay,
King's up too.
you are live.
Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order at 6 o'clock. I'll start with a land acknowledgement. If I miss anything, jump on me, it's only my third time. We acknowledge that the town of Winnipeg Beach is located on First Nations Treaty 1 territory, the traditional territory and ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene people, and the homeland of the Métis Nation. The respective treaties made on these territories, we dedicate ourselves to move forward with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration to make Manitoba an inclusive and acceptable place for everyone who lives here. And I'd like to make a reminder to the gallery to refrain from any comments, don't speak out loud, and no behavior that might disrupt the proceedings. Okay, so we do approval of agenda. Be it resolved that the agenda for February 12th, 2025, regular meeting of council be approved as presented. Can I get a mover, please? Seconder? All in favor? Okay. Be it hereby resolved that council approve, this is, where is it? No, that's right. Confirmation of minutes, do I need to do that?
No, because.
No, okay, so be it approved that council approve the consolidated financial statement for the year ended December 31st, 2023, as presented by Reed and Miller Chartered Professional Accountants. Can I get a mover, please? Seconder, please. And at this time, we, anything open for discussion, but we'd like to table this for the next meeting as give the public an opportunity, because it is available right now, that they can pick it up for themselves. So, all in favor of tabling it? I'm doing okay. Just want to make sure I don't want to miss anything here. Okay, be it hereby resolved that council approves the accounts payable listing being check number 23960 to check number 24038, inclusive of checks, electronic payments, and payroll issued in the amount of $141,644.32 as circulated. Can I get a mover, please? Second, please. Barry. Any questions on this? Everybody's read them? No questions on checklisting? I have a question.
Do you?
I have a couple of questions. So.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not certain, and I might as well bring it up here. I got a couple of checks that I'd be interested in having a look at. Airmaster Sales, do we know what this is? Check number 24004 for $363.19.
Yep, it was a sign for the curling club for the lot team.
Okay, so and that was the congratulations recognition sign. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I have check number 24033, general store, $849. Is it possible to get a copy of that?
Of the invoice?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I know we, and the reason I say that is we seem to be investing some money, and I know what it's for, but we're investing some money, and there has to be some sort of a sales correlated to that. Like if we're buying stuff to sell,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, then I need to see
Yeah.
revenue generated from, yeah, we purchased and I just need to see revenue generated.
So you want,
I just need to see a copy of that, of
Yeah.
what we're buying. And then I have check number 24036, a dancing demonstration for $250.
that is for Wonderful Winter Weekend.
Oh, so this is coming up, so the magician performance, that's coming up as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
Okay, and then lastly but not least, and I know we've talked about this, and I unfortunately wasn't at the AMM, regarding the $1,500, check number 23960. And I know that this has been bounced around a number of times, but there has to be some sort of a report associated with.
I believe there is a report attached.
There is, but it's like one cat, so it's either a $1,500 cat, and there's other things involved.
I'll get you a copy of that one as well.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
and everybody's, yeah. We've talked about this copious
Well,
times.
we have.
And there's supposed to be, and heaven forbid, but there's got to be a beginning inventory, a purchase, an ending inventory. There has to be some sort of a transaction.
Yeah.
keep doling out $1,500 and I see one cat.
Part of it is his contract. But,
I understand that. I just,
So-
there has to be
yeah,
something there.
fair enough.
Any other
Yeah.
questions on anything? Jean, you're good, obviously you signed them.
Yeah.
Barry, everybody's good? So all in favor? Be it hereby resolved that council approve a full-page ad in the 2025 Interlake Tourism Guide consistent with last year's and at a cost not to exceed $1,100 plus GST. Can I get a mover, please? Jean, seconder, Barry? Everybody, any question? Everybody's in favor? This is what we did last year, correct?
It's the same thing.
All in favor? Okay, whereas council received an application for land branch general permit number 75971 for review and comment, and whereas council has reviewed, therefore be it resolved that the council for the town of Winnipeg Beach issue the following comments. And I believe that's no comment. Can I get a mover, please? Jean, seconder? Larry? No comment, all in favor? Yeah. Carried. Okay, whereas an invitation to purchase tickets to the Red River Basin Commission annual fish dinner at a cost of $95 each, and whereas a request for silent auction prizes for the event was also received at the same time, be it hereby resolved that council authorize the purchase of 2 tickets for Councillor Gendron as the RRBC representative to attend the event, and therefore be it resolved that council authorize administration to provide silent auction prizes for the event. Can I get a mover, please? Barry, seconder. Jean. Questions? What? I'm okay with purchasing tickets. What do we have for silent auction?
Chris has got swag over at Rec Center. We'll get her to bring some stuff over to provide her.
Yeah, did we agree on like $250? What did we agree for a dollar amount on that?
So the silent auction items at this event are not generally swag. They have a monetary value to them.
Okay.
Yeah, based on the standard of the,
Yeah.
it's like a donation to them. I could check further with them, but just my experience with being there is they're actually an item.
Like a gift card.
Yeah, a gift card or not
Okay.
not necessarily swag, and
Yeah.
could be even, gift cards to businesses within our community if we wanted to do it that way, but it is generally not swag for this.
Okay. And that's fine.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with like gift cards,
Yeah.
but what would be a monetary amount? What are we applying? I thought we had a,
I would say probably $150 tops. Just it's the caliber of this event.
150, 200.
yeah.
Yeah, 100, 200, you're good with 200, yeah. It's just the
200?
caliber of this event because it is one of their major fundraisers.
Yeah, no, for sure.
No, that's fine.
Whatever
And
you
I,
guys decide on.
okay, so 200, we're all good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor? Be it hereby resolved that council accept the following reports from the RCMP as presented. Third quarter mayor's report, October 1st to December 31st, 2024. RCMP quarterly report, Gimli detachment, and the body worn camera project overview. Can I get a mover, please? Barry, seconder. Jean. Questions? Everybody's read this? It's, I hate to say it's the stuff we read all the time.
Yeah.
But, and it looked like, unless I'm wrong, because I don't know this, but it looked like they were fully staffed. Anybody?
Yeah.
I think that's because we were missing in the past. We had Matt leave and a few of them up there, but I think we're fully staffed now. So any discussion on this? Nope. All in favor? Oh, John. Okay, whereas a request to continue the town of Winnipeg Beach scholarship commitment was received from the Gimli High School, be it hereby resolved that council agrees to continue their commitment to provide $1,500 in scholarships for grad 2025. Can I get a mover, please? Jean, seconder. Larry. Any questions? Everybody's in favor of this, right? And it's 2 scholarships, correct?
I think
3,
we,
500.
3 to 500 is what we did, and then if we don't have 3 applicants from the beach, or if we just have 2 applicants, then we would do 250. We would do maximum of 3 in scholarships, and if there's less, we split the 1,500 up.
Okay.
between whatever applications we
And
get.
unless I'm mistaken, there has to be some sort of a post-secondary,
There is.
Oh, yeah,
there-
and then, yeah.
And they have to have proof of tuition or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
they have to have proof of enrollment and acceptance.
Right.
So these don't actually go out until the fall.
No, they don't go out until later, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, any other questions? All in favor? Okay, be it hereby resolved that council hereby appoint Reed and Miller Chartered Professional Accountants as the auditor for the calendar year of 2024. And further, be it resolved that council authorize the interim CAO to sign the 2024 engagement letter. Can I get a mover, please? I'm just going to go Barry and Larry. Seconder, Larry, you're in. All in favor? Be it resolved,
I'll tell you later what that was.
okay, be it resolved that Councillor Doug Jarvis and Jody Thorlickson be appointed as signing authority for the town of Winnipeg Beach accounts with regard to the Royal Bank visas, and be it further resolved that Pam Jackson and Sharon Dezatniak be removed from signing authority effective immediately. Can I get a mover, please? Barry, seconder. Larry, all in favor? Carried. Okay, be it resolved that council, hang on, let me back in here. Here we go. Accept the committee reports as presented. Okay. Anybody been to any committees lately?
And this is our internal committee reports.
Just
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, our internal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
Public
under
Works,
round
okay,
table.
but
Yeah, that's-
everybody's read these? I know, Zoom too. Alright, so everybody's read the recreation report? Policy ice footwear,
Just a question on that one.
sure.
Would that require a resolution, Sharon, or Tara? Sorry. Would that require a resolution or just direction to, does a direction to council to approve and establish a policy for ice footwear?
Yes, that's all it is.
It's just a policy.
Yeah.
So it doesn't require a resolution?
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
By
And-
approving the reports, you approve. the
We're
policy.
approving the well, just that there are, it looks like there's a decision to be made based on the way that report is written.
Yeah, it
Because
says
it says-
options are approved
Yeah,
or not approved.
Yeah, so I'm assuming then we need to make a decision on that.
I'm in favor of footwear.
I agree, and I think it should be a policy, it's a health and safety issue.
Yeah, well, we've already had one incident a few years ago.
Yeah.
So let's not repeat that incident, and if anything we can do to, you know,
So, so I'm just wondering, do we need a resolution to vote on that?
no, I think it's just
Well, because we're making a decision,
oh,
or,
She included it as part of her report. So, I mean, I could put some up here,
or do we want to wait until the policy's written and then we'll approve the policy?
and we can do that.
why don't we do that?
That's
Because it
probably
says,
the
one of the
best
options,
way.
approve the policy or don't approve it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So write up the policy and then we can put it on the next meeting.
Once it's in a final draft.
And we had Lives and Fire came out, and I thought we did some work on that. Complete inspection, fire alarms and efficiency found on alarm. No, they have to replace, I think there's something about we have to replace that fire alarm, is there not?
Yeah.
And the panel.
Yeah, the
The
panel.
No, the
panel.
panel. I thought I saw something about that. Now, do we get quotes or we just go through?
There's two quotes attached.
Yeah, okay.
The only thing I don't like about the quotes is they're not broken down.
Meaning?
It's just a number on each quote. Well, if you look at them, they give you a number at the top.
Yeah, and then it shows all the stuff it includes, right?
So so they didn't break down labor or nothing like that, they just gave you,
Right.
Unless I'm mistaken, they're both pretty within 800 bones of each other, right?
No, this one here is 5,600, and then this one was 8.
well, they're both from the same company.
Yeah.
Should we get another company to do this, Edwards or somebody else, or are we gonna stick with Bison? There's multiple companies that do this.
Bison's the one that does all our inspections for.
Well, that's
our
their contracted
fire
for that, but I
extinguishers
mean,
and everything else,
would it
but-
be, shouldn't we probably explore another company? Like Edwards is equally as large,
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
so why don't we at least tell them to get another quote? Like, there's no commitment to Bison Fire, and there's no contract that's signed that I know of. They're just the de facto guy that does
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, they
So
were
why
here
don't
doing
we,
something
why-
else, so they,
So I can say, can you have somebody, Joe or somebody, contact Edwards? They're another one I would stay away from. There's one that I would stay away from, sure, but Edwards I've used before and they're good. And then we can put it on the next, whenever we get the
Yeah.
Edwards quote.
We should
Because
have
we
at
would
least
be-
2
it
or
would-
3 quotes.
Yeah, it would be foolish if he came through like $3,000 less,
yeah.
so. And I'm familiar with both companies, and I've used Bison before and they're really good.
Do you want 2 more then, or just 1 more?
Let's try for 2, yes.
Okay.
Just a question or a comment. We have a policy that would go, a purchasing policy that would
Yeah.
govern how many quotes we need.
Good.
So if, Paul,
I think it's 3.
yeah.
I think it's
Three.
It's
three.
usually,
So
it's
if it's
usually
3,
3, yeah.
then we need, yeah.
Right, but like the garbage contract,
Well,
it's hard to get people to respond to some of these.
Yeah, it is.
So we could phone 5 people and only 2 people show up.
yeah,
So we can phone multiple people, but I don't wanna wait till we get a third one. If we get a second one and it's, because in the past, sometimes these people just don't return calls.
okay. I got it on my list.
Okay.
Is
Yes,
it in working condition right now? The fire alarm?
It's functioning.
Pardon?
Yeah, it's
It is.
working, it's just not,
Just needs some tweaking.
it's just old.
I don't know, Barry would know more about this stuff than I do, so.
Yeah. I don't know the reason behind the, like, why we're replacing it, but
Did you
It had
want
something
to,
to do with the inspection report, if I'm not mistaken.
could we find out? Should,
Yeah, I can get more information.
yeah, and if we have to have somebody contact Bison and send us more information.
More detail maybe?
Yeah, because, you know, there's no sense going through the rec manager if it's all a foreign language to that person as well.
Right, no, for sure.
Yeah,
If you read the inspection report, it says, completed annual inspection of the fire alarm system, deficiencies found on the fire alarm panel. Panel is no longer able to reset. See fire alarm report for details. Scope created for fire alarm panel swap and report to follow. That is why we have
okay, and
this.
then I think we should get as many quotes as possible.
Okay,
Phone Edwards right away then.
fair enough.
Yeah, everybody's in favor of that?
Are we under contract, Bison?
No, not that.
For, I don't think we are, possibly for like the fire extinguisher inspections and emergency light inspections, but beyond that, I don't believe so.
I used Bison for 20 years and I've never signed a contract. It's just an annual thing.
Yeah, I
You-
think it's
You
just-
were bound by law to have it
Yeah.
annually.
And
you
they've
can get
just
anybody
always
you
done
want.
it.
Yeah,
So,
we can get somebody else to come out and give us another quote. We have another question.
in fairness, then if we think we're ever going, perhaps we should initially lock down quotes in case the discussion leads to us wanting more,
Mhm.
because now competitors have had access to what these quotes are. So I would suggest moving forward, we lock them down, and then if after our discussion, we're gonna go with what's there, then they can be unlocked. But if we're wanting to go for
I agree.
a further quote,
Mhm.
they'll stay locked and not be unlocked until we're looking at all of the
I agree.
quotes.
Everybody agrees with that?
Yeah,
mm,
sure.
Okay, so
Can you go in and lock these right away? Thank you,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. Appreciate that.
So all in favor of getting multiple quotes, locking them down? And the only other one is bylaw officer, oh, the map too. Everybody's read the bylaw officers report? Probably. Actually, I sent one stray cat and a dog. In front of you. Okay. Any questions on do we need to discuss the MEC report? I think it's pretty standard. I noticed the trainee is still, Melanie is still involved in the program, I
Yeah.
noticed that.
Yeah.
So, I guess, be it resolved that we accept the committee reports as presented. Mover is Jean, seconder Barry. All in favor? Now we're doing the other. Be it resolved, council approve, okay. For the council committee and board reports, EIWD, executive board minutes. Everybody's read these? Jean, have you got anything on the watershed district?
No, that's roundtable.
Oh, okay. Thanks for helping me.
That's okay. So, yeah, that's roundtable.
So then, just basically approve the council committee and board reports as presented? Can I get a mover, please? Barry, seconder? Barry, all in favor? Moved. Barry, discussion?
Yeah, so the roundtable is just a discussion, there's no resolution. And it's just us updating on what's been.
Okay, so did you want to talk about the?
Sure. Yeah, and I'll talk about the parks too. So I attended the Red River Basin Watershed District, or Red River Basin Land and Water International Summit Conference earlier in January. The Americans are certainly far ahead of us on money, funding, what they can do, but probably one of the biggest things that pertain to us was a presentation by Nicole with the province of Manitoba, talking about the fact that they have now got nutrient management regulations in place for Lake Winnipeg. So the lake is divided into the North Basin and then the Lake Winnipeg South Basin and Lake Winnipeg Narrows. Now the milligrams of phosphorus per liter is 0.05 milligrams per liter is what is acceptable, and nitrogen is 0.75 milligrams per liter, which is acceptable. So for the phosphorus, it is within check. The nitrogen does need a little bit of work. And one of the big discussions was we can't control everything coming into this lake. What's being done to help with, other areas contributing to what comes into the lake. And they said that they have been in discussions and collaborating and coordinating with other communities that are piling it, who has water flowing into our lake, and they have been very receptive and wanting to support our targets and are working well with the province in order to keep things in check for the levels that they're working at. There was also a really interesting presentation on zebra mussels and the extent that a community is going to. Highly expensive, can't really see it happening here. It is a very expensive, proactive program required to keep zebra mussels out. And even then, no guarantee that it's going to work. So again, the province is continuing to work and look at cleaning of boats, having cleaning stations for boats, trying to just keep them out of the waterways where they can, because it is a very costly venture to try and be proactive and keep them out. And then we also, council as a whole, met with Parks on the 22nd of January. We were unable to meet with them at the AMM. We had requested it. There was some administrative issues. So they very kindly came out to meet with us prior to our last council meeting. Was a very productive meeting, identifying our concerns with things in relation to park responsibility. They want to work with us. It was also something that did come up in our strat plan meeting, that issues with the park are of concern. So we are working with them, and the intention is to meet on a more regular basis and keep on top of things. We certainly did share concerns with them about some things, one of them being the public washrooms and the availability of them, and you know, they gave us some explanation as to why things are the way they are, which certainly made sense to us, but we will certainly continue to work with them in a very positive manner and a collaborative way. We know that people aren't just coming to Winnipeg Beach for Winnipeg Beach, they're coming to for the provincial park as well, so to certainly recognize that we will be working well together moving forward to ensure that public concerns are addressed, and that one of the things we did discuss was signage, so that the public better understands where, if they have a concern with something, where they are, their concern is a provincial concern, not a concern for the town, and vice versa. So there was some discussion on trying to improve some signage, which we think will certainly be helpful to the public, not just to the public, but to the town staff, for not having to field calls for the province, and for the province not having to field calls for the town.
The hot cold bins. They were gonna move forward.
Yes,
on
we were,
something.
yeah, we were, that was another thing, thanks Doug, that was discussed, was hot coal bins, looking at ways to have
For barbecue.
sufficient disposal for coals for people that are cooking in the park.
Right, because they're dumping it in the
Yeah,
bushes and
yeah,
things like that.
yeah. So that's what I have to update on.
And I did the Selkirk weed, this one's a little out of date, October, but I did one in January, the Selkirk weed board. I'm still trying to get Kristen Pinafore out here, because we do use them. Hopefully we can get it out in early spring, so that she can show us exactly where she's using some of the chemicals, because we do have some tier 2 weeds at the Larry Moore Park, and we also have them at the Public Works building. And the Tiger Torch, they're going to initiate that early this year. So they started too late, and the weeds had already taken place, so this year they're going to, it'll be a lot easier. So the Tiger Torch does work apparently, but by the time we got it implemented, it was midsummer, and by that time it was just, it was too late to be effective. And I think that's it. Correct. Anything else? Nothing? Okay. All in favor to accept?
It's just a discussion.
Just a discussion, so we don't have to worry about it. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so let's do correspondent. Be it resolved that the correspondence be accepted as circulated. Can I get a mover, please? Barry, seconder? Larry? Everybody's had a chance to read this? I had a number of questions. But I don't know, like, on the short-term rentals.
Yeah.
And they mentioned things like inspections, and I'm not gonna get into the whole thing right now, but would it be in, and I know this was brought up at the AMM, and again, I wasn't there, but would it be in our best interest to go to some of the, or send someone to some of these meetings where they're having? Because we're not the only person now that has short-term rentals that have proximity to a park or to a lake. To some of these other municipal hearings that people are having based on this, so that
It's not a bad idea, it's not gonna hurt anything.
because the assessment branch, and everybody's read that they're changing this now,
Yeah.
from 40% to 65%. They're gonna change the assessment, so if you have a short-term rental, but so I think it's in our best interest that we start to expose ourselves to what other communities are doing. Does anybody have a problem with that?
For sure. Or have somebody come in
Yeah,
here and explain to us.
I
Yeah,
don't think
I've
it's
done
so much
far.
attending the meetings as just having somebody see what other towns and RMs are doing in terms of bylaws and all
Yeah,
that.
I know a couple of, I've heard,
Licensing.
because we're exposed to other,
Yeah.
and some of the other people have, two municipalities in particular, they were taken by surprise. Yeah, and the council was ill prepared.
Yeah.
And so suddenly, you know what I mean, if you're not prepared for this, so I think it's in our best interest that we we know it's coming.
Oh, of
So-
course it is.
You know, I think, if you have information that you hear, or the office gets information that there's certain meetings taking place, I think we should probably send somebody. That's just to take notes. So,
Not a bad idea.
to help us, yes.
Yeah, so I'm just in reading this, is this not for communities that already have established a short-term rental?
It's for everybody.
It's for everybody. And we're gonna get it. And I remember the one in Brandon I was at, and I was sitting beside the former CAO, and I said the same thing, and this was over a year ago, and I said that they're gonna change the classification of the property. The only way they're gonna be able to do this is to change it and increase it by 20% on their assessment value. For their role, and that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
So, and it's taking place now, and I think if we wait for it to happen to us, we won't be prepared. So I think we need to get out in front of this. So if I hear anything that I'll just bring it to your attention, we can bring it up at a meeting and send somebody right away. Yeah, just to see what other people are doing, and I think that's in our best interest. Jean, do you have something?
No, no,
Okay.
no, thanks.
And then I have some other questions on the levy desk, but I'm just, I put out a couple of calls to find out, because it looks like they're trying to upgrade, it's not looks like, they are planning to upgrade their information technology.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
And it looks like they're gonna use the fund for that, all 13 million, so I don't know where that's going, because I don't necessarily know how that works, because I thought if we had an opportunity, if they have money left over, that they should return it to the municipality. It should be either there, because I know how the system works. If they assess you at, say, $1 million and you come in at 985,000, then they throw 15,000 into this trust fund. Well, what if you come in at $1.1 million? You know what I mean? Do we have to go back to the ratepayers and say, you need to pay more money? You know what I mean? Because I'm just not really sure how, and I think maybe that's something we should look at in the future too, what they plan on doing with this assessment levy.
Yeah, there should be a kickback also, percentage basis, back to the RMs.
I think so. And if you haven't really read this, I sat down and I read it, and I went through all like 18 pages. I went, it looks like they're just gonna drain this account. So, my interest is, you know, if ratepayers are paying into this, then it should stay exactly what it's designed for.
Yeah, like ratepayers have paid already $9 million into it.
Yeah.
There's 13, so break it up to the RMs.
So anyway, I think maybe, if I get more information, I'll bring it up, because I think, I don't know if are we allowed to, you know, at least question some of these bulletins that come through as a, so they just come through and say, we're doing,
Yeah,
even if
just
we
so
have-
you're aware.
I would think that if we have any questions, they should be directed to our
Assessment.
AMM, our AMM, like if
Yeah,
we
okay.
put your bulletins and
Right.
there's things that we have a concern of, that they should be directed to our Interlake AMM reps. And right now, we just have the one, which is,
the Stonewall person.
no, she had to step down because she went around for vice president. The mayor of Selkirk, and his name is escaping me.
Oh, Johansson.
Yeah, we have emails from them.
I
Yeah,
agree.
okay,
I think
yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I would think that that would be the best place to direct.
Are you
any
able to look
questions.
into who we would contact on that? So we have to go through our rep out of
Yeah,
Selkirk?
we should be starting with anything we're taking forward to AMM, we should be starting with our Interlake rep. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's something that we should look into as well. Like if they're gonna drain this account and
makes
they're
sense
gonna
that that's
upgrade,
where it goes, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Because then, if it's a concern of multiple communities, then they would rally on behalf of,
Yep, I understand.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good point, thanks. And I'm gonna continue to look into that, because I just think it's crazy. You know, and I'll use the term blindsided, but all of a sudden it appears in our correspondence and the bank account's empty. You know what I mean, so. Okay, and the annual report for year end. Everybody had a look at that? Is there anything, I'm gonna go to you on this, is it on the year end report? Can you just see it for us?
That municipal annual report?
Yeah. For the town of Winnipeg Beach, is there any need to explain all that, or is
I
there
would
anything we
think
need to
not.
know?
No, it's just more,
I looked at the explanations and really nice color graphing and that,
It's very pretty.
but, yeah. So,
I'm not sure it's very helpful, but it's very pretty.
yeah, so. And any questions on anything else? Prairie Climate Center, I wasn't big on that one. I'll jump on it. Okay, I'm just gonna accept that. Let's accept all the correspondence. Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll look at the property assessment and the levy trust thing through Gene along with that. Okay. Be it hereby resolved that council move in camera at, I'm gonna add 5 minutes to that dysfunctional clock.
6:36.
6:36. I don't know. And discuss matters that are in the preliminary stages and personnel matters, and be it further resolved that any matters discussed while in camera be held confidential until such times as discussed in open council. Can I get a mover, please? Barry. And seconder, Gene. Carried. All in favor? I go backwards, a little dyslexic, sometimes I speak French. So I call that vote. Okay. Should we
there. And audio should be as well.
Okay, be it hereby resolved, the council moves out of camera at 6:55 and resumes the regular meeting of council. Can I get a mover, please? Larry, second Barry, all in favor? Carried. Whereas notice has been received from the interim CAO, Tara Antichow, that she will not be continuing in the CAO role beyond her term of March 31st. Therefore, be it resolved that council authorize administration to begin the hiring process of CAO. Can I get a mover, please? Barry. Seconder, Jean. All in favor?
We'll call for question.
Call for questions.
I would just like to thank Tara for the work that she's been doing as our interim CAO and wish her all the best in her
Future endeavors.
for future endeavors that we are very happy for her for.
Now
And,
you are.
well, now I am, yes. But yes, thank you for everything you've done and, you know, looking forward to the next few months, but very happy for you for what's transpiring for you in your
Thank
personal
you.
life. All in favor? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, who's gonna mix up my sheets now? Who's gonna mix up my sheets and I'm gonna look at something
Thank
and
you,
be
Carol.
completely wrong? Okay, all in favor?
Good.
Carried. Okay, be it hereby resolved that council adjourns the February 12th regular meeting at 6:56. Can I get a mover, please? Seconder, please. All in favor?